Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celebrate Black Excellence. I'm your digital host, Carlton T. Clay. Hair loss and thinning are more common than you think in the African-American community, and our next guest is here to talk all about that. Let's welcome our guest, Certified Trichologist Buerena Johnson. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, and thank you for having me today.
No problem. Thank you so much for being here. We definitely appreciate it.
Yes.
Let's get started with your beginning. Now, how did you get started in the hair care industry?
Oh, great question. So I got started in it because I had a sister that suffered with hair loss. She was diagnosed with breast cancer at the age of 32.
Okay.
And seeing her go through that, her buying wig after wig, none of them ever fitting properly, that really did something to me. And it just gave me a passion, for helping women with hair loss after seeing her go through that incident.
Yes. And so you are a certified trichologist. Can you explain what trichology is?
Right. Trichology is the study of hair and scalp and its maladies. And we are hair care experts. That's what we are.
Okay.
Yes.
And can you explain the difference between a cosmetologist and a trichologist?
Right. So when it comes to cosmetology, a lot of times they're known for styling hair. And when it comes to trichologists, our specialties is when someone has hair thinning or hair loss, they would come see us.
Okay.
Yes.
So can you explain what exactly is happening when someone's hair is thinning or when someone is losing their hair?
Right. So when someone's losing their hair, there's two types of hair loss. There's permanent forms of hair loss and there's temporary forms of hair loss.
Okay.
And so you're going to be in one of those categories when you're losing hair. Our temporary forms are things like when a woman has a baby and they go through postpartum hair loss, they will have that. Or if you're on some type of medication, or if you have a surgery, those are temporary forms. And then we have our most permanent forms, which is those that are caused by inflammatory conditions that are going on inside of the body.
Okay. Now, what are some of the misconceptions, like especially when it comes to the Black community, as far as hair loss and thinning and things like that?
Right. So the number one thing that I find when women come into my office is they think that it's genetic. My mom had it or my dad had it, and I'm going to have it as well. But that's really a myth. Many times when women come into the office or children or men come into the office, there's usually an underlying condition that's going on, a metabolic condition. And what I mean by that is they may have a thyroid problem they're not aware of. They may be low in vitamin D or iron. They may be nutritional deficiency or something going on. So usually there's an underlying condition.
Now, earlier you spoke about medication as far as it being a possible cause to hair loss and hair thinning. Are there any medications that can help with hair loss and hair thinning?
So there are some medications that people get. They may get a steroid injection or they may get something like PRP. But again, I want to caution them that if they don't get to the root cause, those are going to be temporary fixes. So they want to find out what actually is causing their hair loss. So what we do is we find out what is the root cause, what is the cause of the hair loss. When I find out what the cause of the hair loss is, then we can put together a treatment therapy to let you know what your options are and how we're able to help you.
Now, you also have a school.
Yes, I do.
So can you talk about if someone is interested in trichology, how can they be a part of your school?
Right. So either if you're a medical professional or if you're a cosmetologist, we have a Trichology School of Business, and it's a 13-month program. And when you go inside of the class, I teach you exactly, what you need to do in order to identify hair loss, what it is you need to do in order to help your client. And, you'll be able to use it inside of your business.
Okay. Now, if someone wants more information about hair restoration, or they want to know more about you and your business, how can they get that information?
They can go to my website, BuerenaJohnson.com. That's my first name, BuerenaJohnson.com. And they can go there and they can get a 15-minute phone consultation with me. And I can just talk to them about what's currently going on with them. And if they want to move into a paid office visit at that point, we can do that. There's so many, different things that, we can do in order to help them restore their hair.
Can you talk about the results as far as your clients when it comes to trichology?
Well, the results we've been getting lately has been astounding. We have people that come in and once they get on our program, some see results as soon as 4 weeks, 6 weeks, up to 90 days. So it varies depending on what type of hair loss a person has. But we've been having amazing results with what we've been using, our holistic therapies.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about as far as again, hair loss, thinning, the Black community, like how this impacts us? Like, is there anything else that you want to address while you're here?
I do. Many times when people come into our office, a lot of times they feel dismissed. They feel like they haven't been heard. And I want them to know that when you come into our office, I have a whole team. So when you come into our office, you're going to be heard. We're going to listen to you. We're going to find out the underlying condition. We're going to right away, we're going to go in and see what's causing that hair loss, and we're going to attack it, right away. I just want people to know the quicker that they, find out what's going on, the quicker you can have recovery. A lot of times people will use wigs or they'll think that it's going to go away, but that's really a myth that, that it's going to go away. I just want them to know that there's help out there, and they just have to take the first step and just do something about it. And that something is giving us a call at BuerenaJohnson.com. That's my first name, last name. Or they can give me a call at 762-994-1496. And that's my office number.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your expert advice. We definitely appreciate it. Thank you for the knowledge and the wisdom that you have shared right here on Celebrating Black Excellence. We definitely appreciate it.
Okay, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. All right, everyone. I am Carlton T. Clay to Celebrate Black Excellence. We celebrate Black Excellence every day. Have a good one.